Hey everyone, welcome to the Plot Podcast. And today I was thinking of doing something different. I want to step away from the Premier League top 6 big clubs and talk about the other smaller clubs that have surprised us with their performance and give them the due respect as well and see how long can they continue in this current form. All right, the first team I want to talk about is Brighton and Hove Albion. Now, I think a lot of people forget they were promoted, I think in 2017, and they're almost a decade they're surviving in the Premier League. And having been, promoted side, I think they've done fairly well in the last couple of years, staying above mid-table with the players they have, and they have sold their big players as well to a lot of these big clubs, and they managed to sustain even this season, having victories over teams like City, Chelsea, and drawing with Spurs. I think they are holding very well on their own with the players that they have. Alright, the second team I do want to talk about is Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest, I think they got promoted somewhere in 2022 and they kind of tried to stay afloat in the Premier League, surviving relegation. Last season was their best season so far. They finished 7th place. They were amazing last season with the players they have, and they qualified for the Europa League this season. This season, however, a bit of a shaky start, some issues with the manager. They got rid of Nuno Espirito Santo, brought in Ange Postecoglou. Doesn't look like it's working out yet. Really interesting to see what happens with Nottingham Forest for the rest of the season. Alright, the third and final team that has surprised me is Bournemouth FC. Bournemouth was relegated back in 2020. They got promoted back to the Premier League in 2022. They worked their way up the ladder. They finished in 9th place last season and they are currently in 4th place. They only lost once, and that is to Liverpool. Remember, Bournemouth sold quite a number of their players, big name players, to big clubs, and somehow they still managed to play consistently good football. The manager's doing a good job there as well. Very interesting to see where Bournemouth finish at the end of this season. Now, we would love to hear from you, of course. Which club has surprised you so far, and which club do you see is going to go to the next level in the Premier League? Do let us know. We would love to hear from you, of course. As usual, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, ciao.